Hi everyone, Aaron here. Happy Tuesday and welcome back to the channel. So most people who follow Scientology, have any awareness of Scientology, know how much they rely on celebrities and the high-profile nature of its celebrity members to try and attract people to Scientology, generate interest about this subject. You know, people like Tom Cruise, John Travolta. The celebrity culture has been part and parcel of Scientology for a long time, but what I wanted to show you guys today, or to play for you guys, is an audio briefing from 1968 by L. Ron Hubbard himself, promoting and bragging about how many celebrities had gotten into Scientology that year. This is from a recording called RJ 68, or Ron's Journal 68, delivered in 1968. The Ron's Journal lectures were something that were always for internal use. They were like a regular update or briefings. All the staff members would listen to them. I believe they would be played for the public Scientologists as well. It was like a good news update that LRH would send out. It wasn't intended to be used for promotion of Scientology to like the non-Scientology world. It was more for internal public relations. He names 52 celebrities, actually 51 because he names one of them twice. Kind of makes you wonder how that could have happened. There are some wild names on this list that I have never heard of ever having been involved in Scientology. I don't believe these people were ever involved in Scientology. We're talking names like Sammy Davis Jr., William Burroughs, Leonard Cohen, Salvador Dali. I'm going to play this list for you. I wonder how many of these celebrities have no idea that L. Ron Hubbard specifically included them in a list on a recorded lecture that was played for all Scientologists. That is still, these lectures are still listened to within Scientology to this day. It's not like this is just something, dragged out of the archive. Scientologists listen to these RJ lectures. So for those of you who have some information about whether these people ever dabbled or whether they most certainly never dabbled at all, put it down in the comments below and I will pin it to the top. All right, without further ado, here are the 51 celebrities that L. Ron Hubbard said joined Scientology in 1968.
Another big piece of news was 1968 will go down as the year the celebrities came into Scientology openly. We had many celebrities before, but nothing like 1968. And in the first month of 1969, they're still flooding in. Movie stars, the famous pop groups, great writers, wonderful people. Let me read you here some of the great international names who joined Scientology and benefited from its processes. Clint Walker, movie actor. Stephen Boyd, movie actor. Al Massini, the TV actor. Kurt Steinberg, sculptor. Sammy Davis Jr., the singer. The People, the American pop group. Darius Brubeck, Dave Brubeck's son. Gloria Swanson, the film star. Ray Bradbury, the famous science fiction writer. William Burroughs, the famous author. Mama Cass of the Mama and Papa's famous singing group. Salvador Dali, the painter and sculptor. Countess Gisela von Fiel, the South African. Sir James and Lady Hort of New Zealand. Baron von Gildekroon, Denmark. Sir Chandos Hasnan Abrahal, the former UK diplomat. Lady Jane Hoskins Abrahal, doctor and wife of the former UK diplomat. Dean Regan, the actor. Tom Constantine of the Grateful Dead rock group. Dinah Christie, the actress. Jim McMullen, the star of Bonanza. The Beatles manager. Bobby Richards. John Hammond. Carmen Terra. Robert Lipton. Lamont Johnson. Karen Black. Robert Barron, the TV director. Harlan Carrere, the TV and movie director. Amanda Ambrose, the comedian. Knox Martin, the artist. Leonard Cohen, the poet and folk singer. Peter Kastner, the TV and movie actor. Bob Betchner, the director and folk singer. Milton Katselas, the director, movie and theater. Lloyd Greenberg, famous on his chamber music. Keith Carnegie, the drummer. The Orange-Colored Sky, the American pop group. Alexandra Soroka, the sculptor. Ram Royer, the pop singer and head of the Freedom Group. Graham Rail Brooke, the international company founder and director. Alan Crawford, the music publisher and joint managing director of radio station. Jeremiah Whittaker, a top British Society photographer. Peter Elkington, the Canadian film director. Bob Holloway, the director. Helene Ireland, the actress. Joel Kenyon, the Shakespeare actor in Stratford. The Demon, the pop group. Milton Katselas, the film director. Mariel Fenninger, the concert pianist. Eula Neese, the Vogue model. These and many, many others, doctors, MPs, the number grows daily. In other words, celebrities are swinging over into Scientology. Each day, actually, I get more and more data on this, and I think it was just yesterday that I heard that Stephen Boyd, who is OT6 now, was phoning Brigitte Bardot over in Paris and telling her to get audited in short order.
Well, that is incredible. I can tell you that a lot of the names on this list I do know were Scientologists. There's no one on this list that I know of who was in fact a legitimate Scientologist and is still a Scientologist and still alive. The people on this list that I'm familiar with who were Scientologists legitimately either died, still being a Scientologist, or the ones who are still living are no longer in Scientology. Jeff Levin, for example, was a member of the band The People. Jeff Levin is still alive. He is a former Scientologist. Karen Black is an example of someone who was a Scientologist all the way up until she passed away. Milton Katselas is no longer with us. He did, in fact, kind of leave Scientology before he passed away, not necessarily officially and publicly, but he was most certainly no longer a Scientologist by the time he passed away. Mario Fenninger was a very famous concert pianist, at least in the world of Scientology. All Scientologists knew who Mario Fenninger was, and I was amazed to hear his name read off by L. Ron Hubbard on this lecture. There were some names or bands on this list that I was really surprised I couldn't find photos for or other information that I could include, like the Demon pop group, for example. You think it wouldn't be that hard to find a pop group named The Demon that was active in 1968. The best I could find was like a record label, and it didn't seem like there was enough of a connection for me to be able to run with that one. There were a bunch of others that I was just surprised I couldn't verify if the photo I was finding was the correct photo for the name, because also LRH didn't pronounce a lot of these names correctly. So if you heard a name on the list and I didn't include a photo, but you know who the right identity is and you have a link to the photo, put that in the comments down below and I will pin that to the top as well. So as you can see, Scientology was still celebrity obsessed back in 1968. I had never heard this lecture before, to the best of my recollection. And I was only listening to it because somebody sent it to me because of some other information that's in it that I'm using for a future video. And I was like, oh my God, I did not know LRH dedicated an entire section of this lecture just to reading out new celebrity members. So anyway, there you have it. That's all I have on this for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who watches until the very end, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.